Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this live stream. I'm missing Mr. M. He's behind the scenes there, and I think he might have reset something. There we go. You got the recording on. That's great. So we forgot to hit the record on one of the cameras, and he just ran over there.
Hello.
There you go.
Sorry, that's behind the scene.
Mm-hmm. How you doing today?
We had to sit down. I'm dead.
I know. Same here. I mean, I did work out for an hour, like we're on the treadmill. Right, I went pushing it. I didn't push so hard. I went kept my heart rate around 135 to 140 area.
Yeah.
And I was trying to to do something different, and I wanted to lose body fat, so I gotta push hard.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to work out tomorrow, so you see me coming in.
Yeah, broken man.
Broken, as always. But hey, what a run. Okay, now we cannot chill a little bit.
111, man. Jesus.
Yeah, and by the way, it's pizza day, so happy pizza day.
Oh, damn,
yeah.
Look at that. Happy pizza day.
Happy pizza day.
Oh, shoot, I should have gotten my chef to start building us a pizza. It's maybe we could do that afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah, we do a broccoli crust.
Broccoli crust pizza.
Exactly.
Let's find a recipe and get that done.
Exactly.
Man. All right, so anyways, guys, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and also head over to Mr. M's podcast.
Thank you, which I rebranded. So let me know. Put one in the chat if you like it better than before. Let's see what your audience has to say.
And check out this video, right? If you guys are interested in trading and making a few $100 a day, this video will teach you exactly how to do that. If that's assuming you like to trade, and you want to do some work and make a few with just a few hundred. You're gonna need $1,000 to start off, right? Really,
because you have to trade a percentage, right, of your deposit.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
If you don't have $1,000 that you are willing to part with, right? Because here's the thing: a part of that psychology of trading is if you're afraid of making the trade, because guess what? Not all your trades are going to win, right? And so if that $1,000 is all you've got left, it's everything you've got, then no. But if you're really serious and you've got more than $1,000, right? And you don't mind, taking a couple losses here and there, then this because you still take losses and still make $100 a day. It is what it is. Trading is not a guaranteed thing. It's just unless you're a bank and you cheat, you ain't getting every trade.
Yeah, exactly. But the fun fact in the video we recorded together, so you can see it on the Mr. M podcast channel, it was actually a winning trade. It ended up to be a winning one. So
exactly, it was beautiful.
It was very nice. We didn't record the after.
Yeah, exactly. We just recorded but it bounced right off there, and boom,
it went up.
Get a profit. It closed out exactly on target, and then boom.
Amazing. Yeah, it was really good. So yeah, many more to come. So let us know, guys, if you wish to see more of those tutorials, and we shall do more.
So I heard you're a Bitcoiner too.
Yeah, I bought the ETF.
Jesus, dude, man. You might as well bought a meme coin. Jesus Christ.
Robert Breedlove posted it. I thought it was hilarious.
Man.
But that's how it is, Like now there are people on X, or stupid, I should say. They are all in my MSTR. Not even the ETF.
Wow.
So it's different way you can be a Bitcoin investor, I guess, nowadays. But
this is MSTR versus the global money supply, not Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to show you this because MSTR has gone banana lately over the past few days. And have you seen Meta Planet? 100% in 20 hours.
No way.
Yeah. So now here's the question for you guys in the audience, right? So what do you think is going to happen when other companies are going to look at them and say, damn.
Damn.
It's just TikTok.
Yeah, I know exactly. Oh,
TikTok.
Jesus. Joe Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to get, if that happens, if All the other companies get FOMO, right? And you'll see it when we're like over $130 or 130K. Yeah, it's gonna get ridiculous. You're gonna see companies changing their name,
Yeah.
block something,
Like the
or-
.com bubble.
Exactly.
.com everything.
Then you know. Then you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not there yet. And for all the people,
See how far we are away from the top?
how early it is.
Yeah. Jesus.
Exactly. And remember those people that were saying the bull market is over? Are you guys okay?
I know, exactly.
Did you guys sitting down?
Did you guys, did you lose your shirt? I mean, I'm in a group, right, where there's like high net worth individuals and they're going short. And I'm like,
I know.
are you okay?
Put down the pipe, bro.
Are you okay? Did your mommy drop you when you were a baby?
What kind of milk she fed you? Yeah, I know.
Wow.
But that shows how early it is. And there's going to be a point where we will say, okay, now maybe we are overextended.
Exactly. There will be a point where
So-
we're like, okay, guys.
Now we need to reconsider. Right.
And then everybody's be like, how dare
Let's
you?
go to the
Let's
moon."
go to the moon. What are you talking about? You guys are horrible. You don't know what you're talking about. You only get the Bitcoin once.
$10 million, dog.
We'll do it, yeah. When I see you guys doing that, man.
Then we're selling.
Exactly.
But we will tell you, right? And we won't sell all of it, of course. It's just a portion of the portfolio. But yeah, it's interesting how early it is.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
again, I like this.
Did Germany feel bad about this?
Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
You think?
Shout out to Lark, by the way. He's my buddy in training. This is hilarious. This is the movie Hangover.
Yeah, I know.
When they lose the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Germany sold 50,000 Bitcoin, right? At $56,000.
Yeah, I think they were like,
Stupid.
Yeah, or
Emotional, damn it.
right there, man. Damn. But yeah, technically the money were stolen anyway, so
yeah,
they got it for free.
exactly. But so did the United States.
Exactly.
Now that we've gotten there, now what? What's next?
Every day for the past 4 years, I've said, buy Bitcoin, don't sell the Bitcoin. I'm going to be buying more Bitcoin. I'm going to be buying Bitcoin at the top forever. I joked with Dave Portnoy today. He said,
Yeah.
I missed it at 10,000. I missed it at 20,000. I missed it at 100,000. I said, Dave, it's still less than $1 million a coin. You're getting a 90% discount from $1 million a coin. I'm sure that I will be buying Bitcoin at $1 million a coin, probably $1 billion a day of Bitcoin at $1 million a coin.
Jesus.
And so I think it's a very simple idea. Just keep buying Bitcoin with your spare capital. It's going to appreciate against the dollar forever.
I mean,
Wow.
this should be played in school. Everywhere on the bus, on the way to school.
You got a guaranteed $1 billion of liquidity coming in the future when Bitcoin's $1 million a coin. Do you know? I remember back in the days when Bitcoin was only a few $100s, and I said it's going to be $1 million. They said, "Who's going to give you $1 million for that coin?"
Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
He'll give you 1,000 millions.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I mean, you've seen it all. You've seen $1, the $10, the $100, the $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, and $1 million soon, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous how people were just like the level of unsophistication when I was explaining to people that $1 million a coin, right? Or even 10,000. They were like, yeah, no one's giving you $10,000 for that. And you try to explain to them, it doesn't work that way. You don't go to you don't find somebody to sell it to. Right? You go to exchange.
Exactly.
Right? Where there's a market. Wow. Difficult to explain.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, that's a good point. We are going to go through a Q&A in the end, so stay tuned. Yeah, there is a tax on not just in India, by the way. In many countries they'll tax you. But the good thing is, Bitcoin has done more than 30%. So even if you wish to sell it, you will make money either way, right?
Yeah, just, you know what? Don't sell, man. Jesus. And
100%.
and
Yes.
then, you know, you wait until you get to, like, if you get to let's say $1 million in Bitcoin, right? Worth of Bitcoin. There's ways you don't have to pay that tax, okay?
There is also that. But
You can set up a company that lends you the money and done. There's no tax, okay?
yeah, I mean,
Right? You got to think big. Think further out and big.
exactly. But I was just trying to, I don't know if you agree with me, but I was trying to pound on, even if there is a taxable event and even you want to pay taxes and you can pay taxes or you are into a jurisdiction when they tax you, still 30% is nothing. Bitcoin has done 30% last month. So you will be off even if you want to sell a little bit after, I don't know, 8 years.
Exactly.
Who cares about the 30%?
Exactly. And you could use that 30% just to set up a corporation outside of, all right? You give the 30% of that tax of whatever, like, let's just say it costs you $10,000 to set up a offshore corporation, which is probably less than that, right? And then, okay, you get 30% of that, then the rest you get nothing because I'm going to just borrow it from that
Exactly.
corporation.
Exactly.
Done.
Imagine you would have bought Bitcoin at $10,000. You would have bought, I don't know, 10 of them. Now we have $1 million. You can use 30% of that to move to Dubai, for example, and you don't pay taxes. So it's all about thinking long term, right? Like you say all the time.
Yeah, and you just pay the interest payments. You just come up with some small interest payments for your company that you just pay, and then they tax you on that
a small amount.
small amount. Done.
All right, this is interesting. I wanted to pick you. Can we make this bigger? This is a video, right? Can we go full screen on this? Yeah, we wanted to play the sound, but maybe we. There you go. Thank you. Okay, so this. I don't think we need to play the sound.
No?
That's okay.
Okay.
No. I wanted to ask you something here because, as you can see, there is a ascending wedge, broadening ascending wedge. I don't know what's it called on TA. It should be
That looks like a, what's it called? A megaphone.
A megaphone.
But yeah, it is a megaphone actually. Yeah.
Okay,
Just because
perfect.
It's going higher. Yeah.
and we did draw something similar on my trading view chart this morning.
No, actually, a megaphone would be something like this, right? It would be like this. So I guess this would be
Like a wedge, ascending wedge.
broadening
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
I can't remember what it's called now.
It should be
We
somewhere.
don't have it here, do we?
Ascending something.
No, it's not here. Oh, maybe it's here. No.
No. But anyway,
This is
it's supposed to be like a bullish pattern, I guess, which goes well with the canal we draw, or parallel channel we draw this morning, right? Now, here's the thing. I don't think, I mean, I guess it's just my opinion, but I think 400,000 is a little bit of a push for this bull run. We will get to 400,000 eventually, but maybe not in this run. I have a much more conservative number. But if this play out, it's actually not terrible because basically I'm saying the same thing in a smaller scale. So I'm expecting 200, 250, and then back to maybe 60 or whenever the ETF started, which was in the $50,000 range. So that's going to show a 50 to 60% correction. So if we do indeed go to 400,000 or 350, as this kind of indicates, well then a 60% correction is going to take us to the 70K. Right?
Well, can you imagine how you're going to feel when you're selling at a 120
Yeah.
and it goes to 400,000?
But you're not going to sell all of it, right?
Yeah.
So you DCA out because you won't be able to catch the top. That's impossible, right? But what do you think this is there a chance that we get to 400,000 this bull run?
Yeah, there's a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, that would mean Bitcoin is, what's it called? 4 times is before, like not 4 trillion, not 6 trillion, but $8 trillion market cap.
I mean, it's not insane to think about.
It is high, though. It is.
It is high. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's a bit of a push. Like now we are around 2 trillion, right? We just passed Amazon on 2 trillion. So if we double again from here and we go to 180, that's 4 trillion.
Well, it all depends on a lot.
I mean,
of things.
220, sorry,
It's just the
220.
thing. It depends, right? If corporations go okay, because here's the thing: the reason why it still can be that way, right? Is how much money is available in the whole world to buy this, push this up?
So
How much?
200 trillion? 200 trillion or more?
Keep going.
400 trillion?
Keep going.
Oh, wow. Is it more than trillions?
Keep going.
900 trillions.
Keep going.
Oh, wow. Was it quadrillions?
Keep going.
I don't know what's that next quadrillion.
It's infinity,
Okay,
right? The reason why is because you can borrow as much as you want.
fair enough. You can print, borrow against.
Yeah.
Okay.
So effectively, right? If we can catch a bank because the banks have zero reserves right now, you catch a bank to give you non-stop loans, right? Which they can,
But that's what Michael Saylor is doing, right?
right? Not really, because he's getting it from other people, and they're using it to borrow from the banks, right? So he's not actually directly going to the bank, right? Because then
True. But
they'd
he's
cut him
borrowing
off.
against the
They-
stack,
they would
right?
cut him off, right? But he's not borrowing against the stack. No, everybody says that, and let me just clear this up, right? Because he's not borrowing against his stack. No, the stack is his, free and clear. How? Because he went and says, "Hey, can I borrow some money?" You go, yeah. People say, well, yeah. For what? I want to buy some Bitcoin. Oh, cool. You're gonna give me the collateral against that Bitcoin?
No, I'll give you a stock of my strategy stock. Right?
No.
Yeah. What is that?
How about new?
How about no? No collateral. What are you thinking? What do you think
I
this
give you
is?
MSTR.
I'll give you some stock, right? Not even I'll give you stock as my collateral. Screw that.
I'll give you a promise. I might
I'll
give
promise
you.
you, I'll
You
give
might get some.
You might get some stock.
If we can't get
you
to
might.
a million, if we can't get to a million, you might get a stock here and there. See how it goes.
Yeah. That's why he's getting all this money. Okay? You might get a stock. Right?
Okay.
But the price has to go up 30% before you can convert it.
That's the trick.
That's the trick.
Yeah. That's the trick.
Right? So the Bitcoins is his, free and clear.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically it's Coinbase, but
Yeah.
it's.
True.
But yeah.
And stockholders, right? So
And
the
stockholders. Yes, true.
Yeah.
Exactly. And boom, like we said, $2 trillion, guys, we made it. And we passed Amazon now. Apple is next. At 3 trillion, I think we will see definitely Bitcoin higher than, I think both NVIDIA, probably even Microsoft, because I think 3 trillion is not crazy to think about. Now, the question is if we go to 8 trillion, which is that price of 400,000, that's maybe a bit of a stretch, this bull market. But it's possible. You know, it could go higher.
It could go higher.
Yep. But then, man, we just have to pass gold, man, to freak people out. That'd be that.
I know,
That'd be that.
but the thing is, like, gold is not going to stay still. That's
No.
the trick. It's going to go up also.
Yeah, but we're gonna pass it.
Eventually. Eventually, yeah. That's a 10x. So that means we will be now $1 million Bitcoin. Right? So it's not, I mean, Michael Saylor believes we're going to 13 million.
Yeah,
It's in 2035,
It's
is it?
not possible, right? So we can, 13 million Bitcoin, yeah.
In 2035.
Yeah, because
10 years?
we could take out all. Here's the thing: why can I do that compared to gold? Because gold, I can't transmute it to anybody across the world.
Yeah, you don't even know if it's real.
Exactly.
Good luck with that.
Well, so I could do that with Bitcoin, right? You could do that with a house. You can't do that with a house that you put in. Like most people most wealthy people buy the stupid land here for like $60 million. Say, yeah, that's where I'm storing my money. Idiot.
Stupid.
Yeah. And when people complain, they say, "Oh, I can't buy coffee with Bitcoin." Yeah, try it with gold.
You know, try with the real estate.
Yeah, I have a house down the road. I like
Yeah.
cappuccino.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the house is not even yours.
Exactly. And
Someone
so
said that I have a house.
And you say you borrow against it, and you can't do that against Bitcoin now.
Exactly. Yeah. It's yeah, this is a good point. Anyone else feels it like 2017? Yes.
Yeah.
We just need to be careful on.
Now, 2017, we needed to. This is the thing. We had Jamie Dimon saying, if you buy Bitcoin, you're all going to die. You're going to jail. I'm going to
I'll fire everyone
you
who
up.
touches it.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, his daughter's like, you know, I loaded up on some Bitcoin, you know, Dad. You going to fire me?
It's like Peter
You're
Schiff.
disowned.
How dare you?
There.
It's like Peter Schiff's son, you know. One of my favorite memes is, you know, the book Rich Dad Poor Dad from Kiyosaki. Fantastic book, by the way, guys. If you haven't read it, I recommend it. Someone made a cover with the opposite. It says, Rich Son, Poor Dad. Yeah, can someone check on Peter Schiff, by the way? I think he passed out.
No, Jesus, I'm feeling sorry for that guy.
I'm going to bump into him in Vegas. I'm going to say, hey, you okay, bro?
Yeah.
Because last time we met...
You bring the defibrillator.
Exactly. Clear. When we met him in Germany, one Bitcoin was $30,000.
I know exactly.
And I'm going to keep posting that photo every single year forever. Hey, it was nice to meet you, Peter. $30,000 Bitcoin. And you said to him, buy some Bitcoin, dude. And he was like, yeah. There we have it.
So, at least Solana didn't go down. It was just Phantom Wallet that went down. Phantom, the non-custodial multi-chain crypto wallet, most popular on Solana, experienced a brief service disruption on February 12th, according to the update posted on X by Phantom Team. Now, it's interesting, right? Phantom Team acknowledges that the temporary outage and asked the community for patience as developers are working on a fix. However, the issue was quickly resolved, and the team provided an update confirming that all services were back online. So just so you know that most of these wallets, right, although, right, it seems like, well, wait a second, how is this decentralized? If the wallet,
Cough.
if my wallet shuts down, I got no money, right? You could say, I got no money if the wallet shuts down. No,
Yeah.
right? The reason why is you can always run. You could on not like Solana, but you can't run a full node on Solana. I mean, good luck with that. I mean, it's possible. It's just you'd have to have some mad skills.
And also you have to go through KYC.
I don't think with Solana, no.
Yeah, I think so. If you
No. Solana, no. Because my developers wanted to run a full node, and they said what I need. I didn't have the right equipment for it. Right, just that. I need something. Something minimum 3 gigahertz just to run a Solana node, full Solana node. And once you run the full Solana node, then you have full control.
Or maybe it's a validator, you need KYC then. There is definitely something that needs KYC. I don't know which one is which one, but...
Really, I don't. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, we can look into it, but I'm 100%...
Because we were planning on running a full node so that we can, send transactions directly.
Yeah, for example, with XRP it's the same. So you have 3 type of nodes, I guess, and some they don't require anything, but then you don't count much. But if you want to be...
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like, for example, like a Bitcoin node, right? There's no...
I know,
there's
Bitcoin node, Bitcoin there's nothing.
You don't do anything. You don't get anything. And same with the probably Solana node. And I know Ethereum nodes, you can run Ethereum nodes and directly communicate with it so that you don't have to worry about communicating with a fake node, right?
Yeah, exactly. You run your own. Yeah.
Right? So that's the whole point, right? But in order to do that, right, it's a massive thing to do, right? Well, it's Bitcoin. It's not. In fact, right, probably by the time Apple creates a 2 terabyte phone, which they probably will shortly,
you'll be able to run
2 terabyte phone, run the full node, and no one could shut you down. No one could stop you from actually getting access to your Bitcoins and transferring them.
Amazing.
That's the difference between, and this is why winning the war of the blockchains, with the block sizes, was pivotal.
Because they wanted to increase it, right?
They wanted to increase it, and increasing it would have prevented from actually going on phones. And you're like, well, who's going to afford a 2 terabyte phone? Yeah, a lot of people
Well,
will.
well, I mean, wait a few years and it's going to be.
And then, yeah, exactly.
It's going to be the basic, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And, Moore's Law, man. Moore's Law. Space and computer space and speed doubles every 18 months,
Damn.
right? And Bitcoin does not.
Yeah. Exactly. This is one of the reasons why I always say Bitcoin, not crypto. Because everything else has a different, I mean, not just in this specific discussion, but in everything, right? There's no CEO, there's no founder, there is no company behind, there was no IPO. So many differences, right? That's why I pound on Bitcoin is not crypto a lot. I like that.
Who was dumb enough to short Bitcoin? Because you got
Oh, do you want a list? Do you want a list? What was the Garrett Soloway started shorting at 80, I think he was.
No.
Yeah. So there is a bunch of, someone posted it on X this morning. I think it was Fred Krueger.
Is he okay?
I'm not sure.
Did he run out of money?
I'm not sure. But there is a bunch of people they've been, I don't know El Capo, what is he doing? But I think
Has he been short since 40,000?
clear. Since 20K. It seems a good time to short.
Stupid.
Anyway, there is a bunch. Maybe we should do like a top 10 Bitcoin
Yeah,
bear.
exactly. Bears.
Yeah, but I know Soloway, I mean, he's all
The
over.
shorts. Yeah, the people who are actually trying to say to go short on Bitcoin.
Yeah. By the way, you want to know something funny? And I mean, not to pound on Garrett Soloway, but I did contact him for a podcast, and he was like, thank you, but maybe not now because it's a bit heated. Well, no shit, you've been shorting since 20,000. Yeah. I mean, what do you expect? But yeah, it's not a bad guy. It's just they don't understand Bitcoin. That's it.
Wow.
They will learn.
All right. Speaking about shorting, it looks like you're thinking that gold is being shorted right here in this picture here, as gold outflows is just like, what the hell?
I know. Shout out to Bram, by the way. This is interesting because you can see that the ETF money are saying, okay, I'm not interested in gold, but I want to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, you see, the difference is the ETF is for dumb people who never bothered buying Bitcoin when it was $1.
I know.
Right?
I know.
And gold, the people in gold, right? Smart money in gold realize, the system's about to collapse. I might want my gold, so I'm going to ask you for the gold instead of the ETF, please. That's why there's outflows.
I agree. I think there is that component where people have realized, wait a second, if I do purchase a gold ETF, I don't have gold.
And these are veterans.
That's why America is reclaiming the. Can I have the gold because I just want to do.
Yeah. I need to do an audit on my Fort Knox thing. And
I'll give it back.
We
Send it
looked
back.
in and there's nothing there.
And he's gone.
We peeked in, we cracked the door, and like,
Shit.
Emotional damage.
Oh shit. Can I borrow some?
exactly.
Yeah.
Damn.
But you were right when you flagged it way back and you said something is not adding up because the gold is going back to the US and there is nothing, there is no news, there is nothing. This is way before Doge. And
It started in January. There's just like
Exactly.
all of a sudden, like record inflows of gold into the United States.
Yeah,
For what?
exactly why? Well, kind of putting the dots together now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and it still hasn't stopped. Every month, right? If you look at the charts, gold, the amount of gold that's going to the United States dwarfs any other country, and like there's nothing for anybody else. It's like the United States says, "Hey, we've got this thing called a nuke, and we're afraid to use it. So can we have your gold, please?"
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. It looks like if you look at the charts.
Yeah. 100%. Look at that beautiful DAVITAR, by the way, from Soft Shell. Beautiful DAVITAR.
Thanks. You could get your DAVITAR at DAVITAR.com. So yeah, there's lots of DAVITARs out there. So if you were interested, there's not that many. There's only 915.
Yeah.
So they're rare.
Yeah, very rare. Love them. They're really
Okay,
cool.
so what's this here?
Okay, you need to play this. But before, guys, make sure to sit down because this guy was on Joe Rogan, which I adore Joe Rogan. I love his podcast. And he said this.
What did he say?
Look at this.
There's no intrinsic value to this asset, and now it's starting to be priced appropriately. So it has a, what's Bitcoin at? 16,000. It has another 17,000 to go down.
Ugh, really?
Yeah, there's no intrinsic value to this product.
And do you think that people have just inherently lost faith in the idea behind crypto because of FTX?
Well,
and because of
it became an ideology. And whenever you invest based on an ideology, you're going to make some decisions that are a little divorced from math.
and what do you mean by ideology?
Well, the people who really like crypto are convinced that it's the currency of the future and that a decentralized ledger is the way to go, and that anything that is controlled by a government entity is by definition a negative, and if it's done by the private sector freely, it will be better. And that's just not how currency works. Currency is a method of exchange and a store of value. For that, there has to be a degree of trust, and you have to have it managed in terms of volume. I mean, one of the craziest things about Bitcoin is that there will never be more than X number of units of Bitcoin. Well, by default, that means it can't be used for trade.
Oh my
Because
God.
the whole idea of economic activity is that there's expansion, which means you need more
It's
currency
painful.
to duplicate it.
This is really painful.
Yes, it is.
Currency is locked in at a specific number, you get monetary inflation, and that is one of the fastest ways to destroy an economic model.
So because of the lack of Bitcoin, because there's a certain controlled number, the only thing that can happen is Bitcoin becomes more expensive.
Right. And that means that the people who hold it are the ones that make the money, but everyone else suffers. I'm sorry, that's not viable. The alternative is you have some private dude out there who generates the coins on a whim. How is that different from the monetary reserve or the monetary authorities that we have at the Federal Reserve, except for the point that there's no accountability? No.
But there is no accountability for the Federal Reserve.
There's a lot to unpack here.
I know
right?
there is at the end there is no accountability to the Federal Reserve. They can do whatever the frack they want.
I know.
And wow,
I just
I know. What do you want to say? It's just
I just want to say that when this was filmed, Bitcoin was at $16,000. So Peter, are you okay? That's the first question. Second question. I mean, Joe Rogan should have at this point invited Michael Saylor, right? Because I don't know how many millions of views the podcast had, but this is a meme now. This guy is a complete meme. Like imagine going on Joe Rogan, having millions of views and saying at $16,000, Bitcoin is going to zero. And today is 110.
Bitcoin is going to zero.
Yeah, join the club. I mean, is something with the name Peter?
wow,
I don't know. Is any Peter bullish on Bitcoin?
wow. Is there any Peters in the room here that are bullish? Jesus, wow.
Yeah, I know it's painful to listen to this guy, but
So, okay, a lot of people say that, this will cause deflation because people will just hoard it. And yes, it will, right? But deflation is bad when you're using, physical currency, money, right? Physical money. Why is that? Because you can only divide physical money so much. Why? Because it's physical, right? It's
Yep.
like, it's in your hand right here. You could cut it and then cut it again, and then eventually it gets too small for you to cut,
yep,
right?
exactly.
You can do that with a digital asset to infinitum.
It's like this is I think I don't know if you agree with me, but on pair of stupidity. And sorry for me to say it, but this guy is stupid.
Stupid.
Right? On pair of this guy, I put the lady who goes, I'm sorry, but if you can divide Bitcoin in Satoshis, it's infinite.
Yeah.
So that's the same amount of brain
I know exactly.
damage. Right.
It's the divisibility has nothing to do with the amount of bitcoins. It remains the same. I know it's like the lady who said, which pizza would you have a choice of pizzas? You want me to cut it into 8 slices or 12 slices? I want 12 because I'm going to get more.
Stupid.
Exactly. It's the same argument. Give me one pizza and I'll cure world anger. What the fuck? It's still one pizza. You can break it down in multiple micro pieces. It was still one pizza.
Exactly.
So that's why the lady didn't understand.
And so the point is, right, in the deflation, right, the problem with deflation in the past was because we couldn't go too far. We can end up with 1 gold ounce of coin in a city and 10,000 people. And how's that going to work? Well, with 1 Bitcoin in a city, it doesn't matter because you can go down to microfractions,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And divisibility doesn't have anything to do with scarcity.
And so the people could still work for microfractions of the Bitcoin, right? And you're like, well, they're slaves, they're working for next to nothing. Yeah, but their whole economy is built on, because there's a small city, which everybody has like a very little amount of money, and they're spending stuff in that city. When somebody comes and visits that city with a large number of Bitcoins, they go, wow, everything's cheap here.
Exactly.
Start spending, and then all of a sudden there's more money there. That's how it works.
Yeah, I know. But this is why, again, this shows how early it is. And you have people, this was a while back, right? So, but I don't even know who this guy is, but clearly someone who understood nothing on Bitcoin.
Yeah, right. I think we should have a separate rant on here, right here, just for the Instagram.
Go for it.
Right. All right. Bitcoin is a deflationary currency. That is not a bad thing. Why? Because we can divide Bitcoin into small microfractions. This means that even in a small economy where there was only 1 Bitcoin, people could work for those small microfractions. And should somebody come with a lot of Bitcoin, all of a sudden prices start to go up because he starts spending. And then the prices of everything goes up. And then there's more microfractions of Bitcoins going to everybody. This is why Bitcoin works. It is a fair system of money because you know exactly how much Bitcoin is available. And no one has cheated, no one has scammed. Everybody has worked some way, somehow for that Bitcoin, whether they've waited a long time or they've mined it or they've actually got it by working. Someone worked for it and no one printed it out of nothing into existence. That's its value.
Nice.
Boom.
Boom. That's how you do it. 100%. So yeah, I just wanted to show this because it's not the only one. There's many people, they will, they're saying there's going to be the next Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, guys, you need to study this thing clearly. But yeah, it's a good example. And I watched the whole episode, and it was tough to watch it all.
I'm sure.
It was really tough. But I forced myself because I wanted to see how stupid was this person.
Yeah, I mean, wow. This is why, guys, if you have $10, go buy some Bitcoin. You'll get like 9,000 Bitcoin now. 9,000 Satoshis.
Yeah, we did the
And
math yesterday. No?
People will be like, "What? You got 9,000 Satoshis? God damn! For $10?
That'd be a flex.
Exactly.
That would be a flex.
That is your future. And now, if you do that every week, damn.
Exactly. And by the way, look at this: 5,000 people watching, 140 likes. You guys are the best. Yeah, preach. Exactly. Preach, Da Vinci, preach. All right, this is expected, right? Being in Greek territory.
Yeah. It's still early, right? Wait until we're like 90%. Then it's like everybody's partying. Then it feels like it'll feel. Trust me, it'll feel like nothing's gonna go wrong.
And then this is exactly when the shit is gonna hit the fan.
There's gonna be. You think the good news that we're having today is going to be good? Wait until you see it at 90%.
Yeah. Wait until you see, instead of 5,000 people watching, 20,000 people watching. You see Bitcoin on every news. You have people calling you, you are the Bitcoin guy.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
do I buy now or what I do? This is when we're going to say, guys, maybe you should consider to take some of the chips off the table.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, told you.
15%.
52%. Oh, we got like how many days left? Like 9 days left, maybe.
9 days, yeah.
Before we
Okay.
get to 52%. Boom.
Boom.
I don't think we're doing 52, but Hey, man can dream.
It could go higher. It could go higher. That's for sure.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to end up with? Because we're at 18% right now.
What is the average is 8. Okay, so we are doubling, kind of more than double the average. I think we're gonna end up 20ish, maybe 25.
Nah, man. I'm
Higher?
I'm gonna say we close out
40,
the year,
30?
or at least 120. So
May, you mean, or the
May.
Okay.
Sorry, May 120. So I'd say, what would that be in percentage points? That'd be another what 10.
Oh yeah, maybe 30ish.
Yeah, 30%.
Okay, yeah, that could be. The question is what happens in June. That's the question.
Yeah, June. Probably gonna be another big pump in June. Probably, because we're still in the early stages here.
Damn,
This
it
is crazy. I mean, I remember we looked at this. It was like just a couple weeks ago. It was like 15.08.
Yeah,
What the hell?
dude. When we started the show,
What the hell?
it wasn't even in 2 digits.
I know.
This is. Think about this, guys. Please think about this. The ETF launched January 11, 2024. Okay, so today is May 22nd. Sorry, 2025, and the total amount of, I mean, the amount of money has gone in is just bananas in like a little bit over a year.
Wow.
Damn, they scoop up what 6.5% of the overall supply.
Wow.
And this doesn't even count Michael Saylor, doesn't even count Bukele, doesn't even count Metaplanet, nothing. It just
Wow.
counts ETFs.
No, it's just a private company. So
Yeah, no, but I mean, private company, they have 1.8, but ETFs have 6.5, right?
yeah.
So altogether is like, what, 8%, yes, but the ETF,
Where's
if you scroll down, it will have all the...
Where's Michael Saylor?
Yeah, it's down. Go down.
Isn't he a private company or
Yes, you should be there, strategy.
no? A private company is something that's not on the stock market. He's on the stock market.
Yeah, okay, public companies, yeah, there you go. MicroStrategy, which is now strategy, but 2.7%.
Does it say public companies? There it is, right there. Public companies.
3.5%. Half of the ETFs.
Damn.
And by the way, that's
Wait until this. I know. Wait. This is like public companies. Wait until the percentage of this, like the number of public companies grows exponentially.
that would have been my next point. Exactly. That would have been my next point. Does it say Germany 0 there? Can you scroll down a little bit and see Germany 0?
0.0.
Where's the laugh? Man. Yeah, that's emotional damage right there for Germany.
Emotional damage.
Okay, ETF yesterday, 600 million. Not too shabby, right? I mean, look where the 600 million came. Look at the first one, which is BlackRock. 530.
Scooping it up. And you know BlackRock is not giving you back that Bitcoin.
Oh, there is no chance.
0.
Where's the how about no? There.
How about no?
We got some dollars though.
Exactly. You can get as many as you want, but not the good stuff.
We print those. But we paid you in dollars. Yeah. So?
But that's why we're giving you back dollars.
Dollars, yes.
It's fair trade.
Yeah.
But check this out. I'm going to give you more dollars
Exactly.
than what you gave me.
Exactly.
Win-win.
Exactly.
Yeah, guys, please wash your hands, right? Remember to wash your hands. If you shake hands, someone with DTFs.
Wow.
Yeah, it is what it is. I did ask Matt Hogan if the CIO for Bitwise, and by the way, they are the only one who have a Bitcoin address, right? So they show how many Bitcoin they actually have in their treasury.
No, I found the BlackRock address.
You found the BlackRock as well? Okay, nice. Maybe they are starting to do it.
They started. They had to.
And I did ask Matt Hogan, I said, hey, when do you think there's going to be an in-kind? And he goes, it depends on the demand, right? Maybe we will see one day an ETF in-kind, which means when you sell the ETF, you will be given the ETF back instead of the Bitcoin. But I don't think BlackRock's
BlackRock's not going to do that.
No chance.
0.
No. That's not why they've started the ETF, right?
They want free Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Just like they're like Mike in a different style.
Yeah. All right, disclaimer.
All right, so guys, we didn't secure the bloodline yet. by the way.
Yet.
We're working on it still. Working on it. Right? Now, should we secure our bloodlines? And you were like, but you told us not to buy. Well, that's your fault insurance. But if we do secure the bloodline and we bought something that you probably shouldn't have bought, right? That's our fault insurance. And you need to like just suck it up. But should you buy something you shouldn't buy and it goes to zero? Well, that's also your fault insurance.
Exactly. $sign Peppa Beep. Special sub today. Exactly. Today's special sub. It's
Ooh.
pizza. Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. This is funny.
Oh, look, orc.
Damn.
We should take half off the table, right?
Let me go with the soundboard.
It could go higher.
Hey, how about this? How about we take a screenshot?
What the hell?
How about we take a screenshot? How do you feel about this? Oh, hello.
Damn.
We are back.
We're so back.
We're so back. I would say screenshot. Okay, guys, let us know in the chat. Shall we take profit or screenshots?
I think we need to take half off the table because then we could buy back if it comes back down.
I know, yeah.
Because this was a rocket ship ride.
Yeah, but we don't take profit, man. Who takes profits? It's boring. We just ride the train, you know?
Oh, man. Here we go. Wow.
Maybe taking half. Yeah. It could be. I mean, look at that pump.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Exactly. So,
Exactly. Can go higher.
yeah. Well, see, non-rug pulls right here, guys. Still going. Look at this. This is just about to bubble up. Just
Wow,
about.
man.
So you have Wow Mount just ready to go. So you're early to Wow Mount. I think you're also early for. Here's Wow Mount's webpage, right? Jay, guys, if you don't mind, head over to the Wow Mount's J15 and follow, and I'd really appreciate a follow there. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, I'm already following. There we go. So there you go. And
Damn.
pay. It's retesting the levels, right?
Pay.
To get you paid.
Paid. Okay, good.
So I really think you should take profits, right? I mean, we should have sold half on a double like a long time ago because we already doubled. Maybe I don't know. Let's see because we bought 5. We could always wait until like we got 10 because we've spent 5.
Oh, look at that. Almost there.
5.
Damn.
So we could double it. Wait for the double on Solana. What do you think?
It could go higher.
I mean, maybe we can sell half of half. We can
So why
get.
don't we just sell half in the trigger order, right?
Okay, fair enough.
Right, and then it's done.
It's not that far off, like you said. If we
But
sell,
I wanna wait. I don't want to use it in because then it's gonna reduce our portfolio. So I want to wait until it actually gets there.
okay, right, let's do that.
All right.
Ooh,
Look,
Bretta. There you go. Hello, Bretta. See, we knew they would give us another run.
another run. Yeah, there you go.
All the good stuff. Weef. Look at Weef. Peppa Peep in the deep.
Wow, Peppa Pig.
Yeah, going deep.
Going deep with the Peppa Pig. There's some tit coins and bonk. Let's see here. What else? Popcat. Like look, Peepcat. Peppa Peep was like beating Popcat. Man, damn.
Well, should we check how much is the trading volume? If
Now Fartcoin gets the lead now.
Yeah, Fartcoin is leading. Pudgy, man, we've been following the house coin in the green as well. Wow.
And you had zero face on the house.
No, I was wrong on that one. Yeah. Also in Baddie, I had no faith in Baddie either, and he pumped like crazy.
So you had faith in this thing.
Yeah, I wanted to go all in on this.
And I was like, didn't I just leave it? Did we buy some?
I think we did. I think we did 0.5 or 0.15 or something. But did it double before it dumped? That's the question.
Oh, man.
Because it could have doubled before it dumped. No?
No, man. This is done. I think we're done.
Because we didn't buy the top because we bought there.
Yeah, so
So there's been a pump ever since we bought. The question is, did we have protection on?
we did have protection, but I don't think anything triggered here.
It wasn't enough to double.
No.
Damn.
We have a bunch of canceled orders.
Maybe double is too much then. Maybe we need to aim at 20% or 30% on these ones. No? What do you think?
Come on, man.
Because we would have made money on these if we would have sold before the double. Yeah. Do the thingy with the percentage.
Really, dog? A whole,
Yeah.
like, we could have made a whole 50 cents. Yes.
50 cents.
Yes. Yeah.
$1.
Yeah. Maybe 2. We could have gotten ourselves a
right.
value meal. Nope. That's
That's
right.
it.
$2 is done.
Yeah, no, it's 8 now. You get coffee at McDonald's.
Exactly. I think coffee is too expensive.
It's getting too expensive as well. Can you do me? Can you measure though the move from the bottom of that candle all the way to the wick? Was it like 10%?
Oh, come on, man. Really, are we going to actually do this?
I thought, yeah, I want to see how big.
Are we going to do this?
I know it's not going to be much, but I want to see.
First off, right?
No,
we would not.
We entered here on this week here.
You sure?
Yeah, we entered there.
I'm sure we did not enter there.
I think so.
We just maybe saw it there, and didn't buy until the next day over here, somewhere. Where? Well,
No,
okay,
this is 15
so
minutes.
21. Okay.
This
yeah,
is 15, go on a daily.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I think we have at least like 30% profit there. I mean, we didn't do 50.
Come on, really? Okay. So let's find out what time. What time is it right here? What time? 11, 10, 10:30, 10. Like, so right here.
Exactly. That's when we were gone in.
All right. Maybe you're right. We could have.
We could have made like 30
Doubled.
or 40%. Maybe
Did we
even
double?
more. Maybe even more. All the way to the week. Okay, 200%. See? And we just didn't have a trigger over there. That's it.
You sure? 'Cause let's see here. I was pretty sure that we tried to put some protection on this, but maybe it's not. Didn't trigger.
That's why we need to be. We need to be more.
We're vigilant.
Yes, we need to put protection on those because they go up, but we don't have.
There it is, right
there.
there.
It is. Oh, there, completed. We doubled.
There you go, and we doubled on wood too.
Let's fucking go.
LFG.
$10.
LFG.
$10.
Bloodline secured.
McDonald's secured.
Oh man.
See, I knew I needed a win because my track record was terrible.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Just like the other lady that said, yeah.
Oh yeah, the teeth lady.
The teeth lady.
So my track record sucks. I don't understand anything, but here's what you should do. Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. So
Okay.
now
okay.
we're talking.
Alrighty. We got our money back.
That's not bad.
We got our money back on both these things. We secured the bloody line. And so
And then
I can't believe we got money on this thing.
before he rugged.
Yeah, exactly.
Bloodline secure. Hey guys, $10 at the time, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
$10 a day keeps the doctor away.
Wow. How did we survive this? Like, I don't understand. We bought this right here.
No,
Look at that.
Frankie, we look at all the comments on Twitter as well. Yeah. Make sure to ask the questions. We look Twitter, we look Rumble, we look on YouTube.
Look at this, man.
Damn,
We bought this here.
this is
Wow,
crazy.
we got lucky, man.
This is skills right there.
Mad skill.
We're getting quality stuff. We're learning how to buy.
How about 1%? Oh,
This didn't double though.
no.
This is just.
We ended up in the 99%.
Yeah, but hey,
We bought the 1%, but ended up in the 99%.
So we should have bought 99 and go into the 1%.
Exactly.
But hey, 3-2. I mean, we won 2, we lost 1. That's good. It's good. It's a good win to loss ratio.
All right. So how did Peppa Pete fare?
Peppa Pete.
Oh
Going
my
deep.
God,
Ooh,
Peppa Pete!
$250.
Frack.
$249.
Frack.
This is gonna. Imagine if this is retiring the bloodline.
Frack.
I think we should buy more. Double down on
How about new?
It's the mascot. We don't have enough.
All right, fine.
We don't have enough. You can never be an individual who has enough.
How much
Peppa
do
Pig.
you want to put in this thing?
How much do we have? $300, man. We can put in like, I don't know, 10 Solana. No, like, I don't know, 0.5.
One?
Yeah, 1, yes. Let's go. Peppa Pig.
LFG.
Peppa Peep.
We get 9 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost 10 million.
Peppa Peep.
You sure you want to do this?
Yes, fully behind it. No protection.
Okay. Done.
Amazing. We're going to probably moon the price now.
Yeah, we probably did.
Dude, $250 trading volume. Yeah, like when we started the week, it was 70. You remember? Or maybe it was 10. Look at that, 400 now.
Damn! Wow.
Peppa Peep going deep.
Wow.
That's it. Then one day they're going to go, you were the guy who bought Peppa Peep at
Yeah, okay.
0.00.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
That's it. Solid, man. Solid. Mm-hmm. Please don't buy any Peppa Peep.
Yeah, please don't.
Please don't buy.
How about?
How about new?
This is gonna move.
Oh, damn.
Can you go back? Sorry, can you give me a? Can you go back on a daily and see when this thing started? This is in Moscow, no?
Yeah, exactly.
So it has to be November.
Yeah, it was way back in Moscow right here.
Exactly, November.
Yeah.
There you go. So look
look at that. It can go to almost 1 million market cap.
imagine if it goes to 1 million market cap.
Oh, come on.
We'd be like set.
Come on.
Set. We'll be set for life.
No, because we got too much liquidity.
Yeah, I know.
We can't do jack.
We can watch it.
Exactly. Exactly.
We can take screenshots.
Exactly.
We are screenshot rich.
Yeah, exactly. We could take a lot of screenshots though. A lot.
I like that. This, you know what this is following? The Bitcoin bottom channel. Mm-hmm. See? Mm-hmm. This could go higher.
It could go higher.
All right. Do we even have time to buy anything? No, we don't. So we're gonna have to go to Q&A.
Yeah, 6,000 people watching, guys. 172 likes. Amazing.
Wow.
You are the absolute best.
Let's go to the Q&A.
All right, let's go Q&A. I saved a few, but I'm sure we can find many. All right, so when is Bitcoin going to... where is Bitcoin going this run up? Okay, it's going higher.
Yeah, it's going higher. Yeah, I think you could say before we start the consolidation, 130.
130, yeah. And I think we said yesterday, 180, 200. It could be a good conservative number, right?
Is BTC gonna dump? No.
Not anytime soon.
Is gonna BTC dump again? No. No. How much do we need to at least make $100? If you're trading, you need 1,000.
1,000, yeah, exactly. If you watch the video, which we have on, we can put it on the screen again.
Yeah, sure.
If you watch if you go and watch the trading video me and Da Vinci have done together, which is on the Mr. M podcast, we talked about a $1,000 deposit and
And that's trading strategies, very simple trading strategy that you can.
exactly.
Keep in mind, this is a job, not something that you have to treat it like a job, right? It's not something that you can.
This one here.
You can like just go, oh yeah, I'm just have to go on for 5 minutes and make $100 a day. No.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to spend a lot of boring hours just doing the same thing over and over and over again for over a year before you can actually start doing well at it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well said. I like this. Talk about ETH. ETH is into the...
Emotional, damn it!
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, it's...
I'm gonna suffer from emotional damage.
I know.
No.
I mean, at least for me, I was expecting way more at this point from ETH, but he will go at some point. How high? That's difficult, but he will go. quantum computers are going to be a big problem when they let it loose.
Okay,
How about no?
we've explained this many times.
Exactly.
And for those who are new to this concept, right? Bitcoin's design, right? If you ask, right? I mean, we should do a video, right? That's specific. I should do a video specifically explaining
on
how
quantum.
quantum computers is not going to harm Bitcoin. But basically, your Bitcoin address, if you, as long as you use a Bitcoin address you've never used, the quantum computer can never take your Bitcoin. Period. Next.
I like this one. When the Bitcoin dominance or denominator change for BTC, sorry, and what they will be. I don't know what you mean by denominator. I thought you said dominance.
So right now the denominator is US dollars.
Yeah. But I thought I wanted to talk
You
about.
wouldn't you be like, well, Bitcoin is the denominator.
Yeah,
That's it.
but it's not going to be.
Everything is going to be Bitcoin will be the denominator, meaning that it'll be USD BTC, not the other way around.
BTC USD.
Not the other.
I think it's going to take a little bit longer.
The other way around.
Yeah. I mean, it will take a little bit longer, I think, but it's not impossible. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said dominance because I wanted to talk about the dominance, but yeah, sorry, my bad. I read it incorrectly. Okay, Bitcoin and Solana. I don't know Solana, honestly. Before we started the show, even
Yeah.
I was set on $1,000 for
Yes,
Solana.
same here. I was for sure. Solana looked like it was like targeting $1,000, and then it had to break the 180 after hitting 295, and it's like that kissed our $1,000 dreams goodbye. Maybe we can maybe do
Double?
like
4x.
400, 500-ish, maybe if we're lucky.
Yeah. I mean, bear in mind that we have to see, I believe, I don't know if you agree with me, but we have to see Bitcoin run first, and then people are going to take profit into alts. So I don't know. Altcoin season, it's looking really interesting. So yeah.
All right, one more question and we'll call it a day.
Now, I have a lot of in here. Let me know if it's anything you like. This one,
Yeah, sure.
I think it says gold, but
Sure.
can Bitcoin ever flip? I think gold in the long run. Well, the answer is yes.
Yes, because when you compare gold to Bitcoin, right? You look at it and you go, "This bar of gold, how am I going to get it to China? This Bitcoin on my phone, oh, bloop! I don't even have to ask that question."
Yeah, and you don't even know if it's real or not. It is real. Whether gold is difficult to, and you don't even own directly gold. Actually, there is always a third party who has it in custody, right? So, yeah, I agree.
And so the reason why it will flip gold and beat out gold is because all the money, all the wealth, people store their wealth, right, in an asset they believe they can liquidate easily, right? And and real estate is an example of that. And why is it liquidate? You can liquidate it easily when you're saying, "Well, but it takes so long to sell a house." You can go to the bank and say, "Hey, give me some money on this house." And that's making it liquid. There you go. Boom.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Cheers.